industry?
I've been in the industry for over 20 years.
That's awesome. Why did you go out on your own? What was your brand?
Why did I go out on my own? I basically got tired of, maybe it's on that side.
No, it's on the side.
Okay.
Go ahead, Leader.
Basically, I got tired of working for somebody else who kind of thought that they, because I worked for them, that they owned my time. So, I need to close that. I just had it up. There we go. Sorry about that.
It's all right.
And just basically wanted to, I wanted to decide, what jobs I wanted to do, when I wanted to work, and give myself a little more personal freedom.
It's great. I think a lot of people can relate to that. All right, you take it away.
All right. So,
There we go. Just give it a second. Yeah.
there we go. My name is Lee Madrid, and I own I'm one of the owners of L&M HVAC, and we are a residential and light commercial heating contractor and group. That logo is made by Nikolai. However, unfortunately, for me, but fortunately for Nikolai, Google doesn't like my logo. So we're going to have to do a little redesign, which means that that we're going to need a new animation soon. This is my why. My wife, Margie, my daughter Angela, my son Nicholas, and my daughter Miranda. Angela is an adult who has a doctorate degree and lives on her own. Miranda graduated high school last year. She's a manager at Sonic. She took a gap year, which is turning hopefully not into more than one gap year. And Nicholas is a sophomore in high school. I have two dogs, Lincoln and Jackson, and we're a camping and boating family. My wife usually outfishes me. She did last weekend. But this is why I started the business, and they're my life. Thank you. So this van got in an accident, so it's no longer there. I just don't have an updated picture because, like I said, our logo needs to change. But who we are, we're me and Mike. We started L&M HVAC. We're a residential light commercial heating contractor. We do replacement, repair, maintenance on all types of heating systems, indoor air quality products. But what we don't do, we'll do custom homes, because most custom home builders, they build custom homes for a reason, and they understand that it costs money. What we don't do is tract homes. I did tract homes in the past, and they basically, the profit margin is so low. I'm in this to make money. I'm not in it for practice. I don't need any more practice. Our products and services, we do furnaces, heat pumps, thermostats, air purification products, garage unit heaters, duct system, parts replacement, air conditioners, mini split systems, humidifiers, rooftop units. We do some water heaters, but for the most part, it's not our thing, because I can't always get a permit to do a water heater. So if you have a water heater referral, please send them to Vince. Unless, for some reason it's emergency, you can't get to it, but I'm sure he can get to all of them. We do equipment repairs as well. But a lot of you have seen that portion of my presentation before, but there's a lot of new faces in this room. So I did change it up a little bit today, and what I wanted to talk about was heat pump systems. More and more, we're going to electrification. If you think it's going away, it's not. Heat pump systems are on the rise. And what is a heat pump? Well, basically a heat pump is a condenser that has a reversing valve. And what happens is when there's a call for heat, the refrigerant flows one direction, and your outdoor unit provides you with heat. When there's call for cooling, the reversing valve reverses, the refrigerant flows the other direction. So your outdoor unit is a heating and cooling appliance, and typically it's paired with a furnace and a communicating thermostat, because it all works together as one unit. So when your outdoor unit calls for heat, or I'm sorry, when you have to call for heat, if the temperature is above 50 degrees, then the outdoor unit is going to come on, and that is going to be your heat source, and only the fan comes on inside. When it's between 50 and 30 degrees, your outdoor unit comes on and your gas furnace comes on. They work in conjunction with each other and to heat your house. Because what happens as the outdoor temperature drops, the capacity on your outdoor unit begins to drop as well. So you may not have the full capacity to heat your home. When the temperature drops below 30 degrees, then only your indoor unit comes on, your gas furnace, it heats your home, because your outdoor unit will not do it. Mini splits are also heat pumps because they are heating and cooling appliances. And partially why I wanted to talk about this was because of what's coming up next. And that is XL Energy rebates and IRS tax credit. Right now, XL Energy is offering $2,250 per ton. So if you have a 3-ton unit in your house and it's qualifying equipment, you're going to get a $6,750 rebate. That's just a check that XL Energy is going to send back to you because you installed that heat pump system in your house. Also, you will get a $2,000 tax credit. And it's not a tax deduction, it's a tax credit. So when you file your taxes for 2025, we give you the paperwork to send to the IRS, and they will credit you $2,000 on your return. This is, quite honestly, this has driven a lot of people from standard air conditioners to heat pumps, and it helps. Obviously, that's a lot of money, so it helps when you have somebody who says, hey, I want air conditioning, and they could get a standard air conditioner, but in order to make that heat pump work, they need a new furnace. Well, basically that rebate is going to pay for almost the entire cost of that furnace. So in the end, you're doing really well. We also, one of the things we offer is financing. We offer financing through Synchrony Bank. We offer no interest for 18 months. We have other programs, interest programs, but quite honestly, the only financing plan I have ever sold is an 18-month no interest. It gives you 18 months to pay off that loan. I'm not going to lie to you, replacing your heating and cooling equipment is expensive. It's a large dollar investment. For most people don't have just the cash to fork out to replace that equipment, so financing can be a great option for them, and they have that 18 months to get that paid off, and they don't have to pay any interest on that loan. All right, I didn't realize that was that fast. This is our website. I would welcome anybody to visit it. And just real quick, I'll be quick here because I don't want to run over. A good referral for us is Jane and Joe Homeowner. Those are the best referrals for us. Bob. Bob. The homeowner, Bob, he is the best referral for us. They're the bread and butter of our business. Any of these other people would be great. And just lastly, I want to thank everybody in this room who's ever passed us business. Without B&I don't think our business would have succeeded. It has been great for our business, and thank you very much.